Hello and welcome again at Stocks Advisor channel. Today we will talk about Moderna Incorporated, ticker name MRNA, traded at Nasdaq. Well, Moderna of course is very known at these days company, and especially due to its COVID vaccine, and it made really nice move in the price. Actually, it's significant. You can see that just being at September, really at the levels of about 55, now traded at 162, and after hours still we see some similar, let's say, price action, not much positivity or negativity, just within the volatility range. But overall the question is not about the vaccine now, it's not about this part, but it's about where the chart is heading, because we see that there was a very strong gain that took place from September, and especially the second move from November of previous year, and then we had this really long and huge, actually, let's say, positive channel that was seen here. And now the question is, what's next? Where are we heading? And what are we going to observe here? Like, are we going to proceed with this channel? Is it going to continue or what? So it's not entirely clear, and it's actually, if you look more carefully, you could see here that this is kind of upwards move, but with a lot of volatility taken. And if you look now carefully, seems like the wave is broken. So this was a little bit worrying sign of these last two trading sessions. So let's remove this one and look in bigger magnification. So we can see here that if you see these three last big waves, each of them was previously forming really well without any major breaks. So we had really classical wave formation. But then what actually happened today and yesterday, you see, after making this really beautiful move of the wave, it's not decelerating nicely. It's forming like actually a shark back profile. So it's declining very sharp. So the second part of the wave is asymmetrically, really fastly decelerating. And this is on top that other parameters such like MACD histogram is piercing to negative area. And after 3 times touching RSI wise and over both area, we are strongly declining now. So this is the confirmation of the fact that the trend is broken, or at least the correction is starting. And you can see here we have a confirmation also on resist formed, really strong one. Let's write it here. We can give it a name R1. So this is a very strong resist. It's now confirmed. It was not, we were not able to pierce it. Still moving average 20 today worked as a kind of attractor of the price. So we finished by this, but there is no indication that this will proceed upwards. So most probably we will decline with some volatility possible at moving average 50, the blue line. So we might still volatile between 50 and 20, but overall a further decline is expected. So this stock is really about wait a little bit and buy lower in an upcoming opportunity. And especially this would be nice when MACD histogram will be bottoming. So when it will form, like if you look in the price action from December, when it will actually form this shape like here, you can see. So once this will be bottoming, you can buy. So now you see exactly similar pattern is starting to form. So whenever here we will have this bottoming, maybe somewhere by closer end to this month, then we could really start buying, or middle of this month. So we will see how it will develop. But anyway, we need a pattern similar to end of December, beginning of January on MACD. This would be one of the strongest indicators that it's time to buy. And speaking of levels of resist supports, we can also anticipate, of course, those. That would be actually the level, let's make it thinner. This would be here. Between 140 and all the way to 125. So let's not talk about cents. We can just talk about dollars. So it will be 125, 140 as the first channel to buy. We will need to wait a little bit here because the price should go there with some volatility, but it should go there. We are having a major correction now. So this entire channel that we were talking about, of course, it's not really a classical channel, but let's say this entire trading pattern is now turning, and actually you can see here it's turning, and we are about to go lower with it. So we need to be ready for this, and most probably it will go to the lower level. So once this is confirmed, it will be confirmed once we touch the first channel, then we know that indeed it's declining. So how to trade here? The first channel, it still might rebound, and the rebounds would be towards the moving average 20 most probably. So it will work like zigzagger, and so it will be one bounce up, then like this, and then we most probably will continue to further decline. So there will be two steps of decline, and you can either make a first trade and the first rebounds here from the first channel, or even wait at the lower ones, because the lower one will be just lower than moving average 200, or let's say having moving average 200 in the middle, because by that time it will be rising, and therefore the second buy and the second channel to enter will be formed here. So if you look more carefully, so this is the second channel to buy through. This will be between 103 and 114. So this is the second channel to buy, and the reason for that is that once we have this bounce back and further decline, or maybe immediate bounce back, we should be ready to buy lower levels and prepare for more major correction move, because still there are no signs that this correction is about to stop. And as I said, once we will have a MACD formation, it will be again a key here to understand when we are going to rebound, because MACD could be one wave negative, then we will rebound with a big upwards move like we had in mid-December, beginning of January, or it could be two waves like we had from mid-February to mid-March. So two negative waves, and then it will be some intermediate. That's why I draw exactly similar pattern here, which is similar to one we had in March and all the way towards April. So in both cases, these are the most safe two levels to buy. So the first one is the immediate technical expectation on rebounds. The second one, let's say, is more deeper, more mid-term technical expectation. And these are the levels to buy through. And then once the trend will be breaking, we could return all the way, let's say, especially from the second level to the level of 140, and actually around 150 will be average midterm target price. And once you have a rebound here, it's very important to take profit, because this is still on descending, and the profit taking would be advised, as always we do in the classical way, 10 to 15% from the money allocated here. I know it's very fastly moving chart, but it's still in correction, so it's better to take a bit safer approach. So once you have 10 to 15% of money allocated in the position, take the profit, re-enter if needed. Once we go to the lower levels, you can always do, but really keep it in mind. And what we also need to take into account, the last one is, let's say, risk mitigation due to negative news. Although for this company, it's not really expected to have the negative news. Most probably will have just correction of this overreaction of the market, and also by the fact that more and more companies are approaching with vaccines, and actually the market competition is starting, etc., etc. And also in few months overall in big countries, the vaccination program will be already, if not finishing, but reaching, let's say, the second half of its capacity. Therefore, the market demand probably in the richest let's say customers won't be that high. So this might cause some corrective moves, and we need to expect. But also what is important, that the upcoming earning reports are expected to be nice, because they will reflect the current market situation, which is very positive now. So therefore we can have that nice rebounds from those two levels. So still keeping some funds for average down in case of negative catalyst kicking in, although not really expected. We just need to go to very principal levels of trade. And here, if you look, these would be these two levels. It's between 82.26 and 88.45, because this was just an onset of the upwards move. So let's keep some funds there. And actually this way we will be very safe and sure that we are not going to bear any losses but only profit. So once you take all profit, once you mitigate all risks, what remains for you is just taking profit. That's the strategy. That's what we do at our channel, so-called mixed analysis. So we take into account current pattern, the chart pattern, also historical formation. Then we take into account non-linear averaging down based on support resist levels. And the third one is, of course, keeping some funds to mitigate risks if any negative catalyst is coming in. So this way we mitigate all major risks, and once risks are mitigated, you can only take profit, as I just said it. So that's the way how to trade with Moderna. Overall is, of course, nice company. Overall forecast for second half of the year is positive, but now we are in the major correction. This is really a correction because the price was going too high and reflecting, let's say, current situation. It's a little bit declining and expected to correct further. So the best channel to buy is the middle one, but the immediate reaction could be also seen in the first channel, so 125, 140. And after the bounce, you can be preparing yourself for second one. So good luck with this one. If you like the analysis and if you like overall the safety that we provide in the analysis, because this is really tuned for not losing money, although spending a little bit more time. So if you like this approach, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's do other videos together, and press the bell button. This way you will not miss our new videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.